Jason, and I'm gonna solve one of these Leetcode problems for you, the watcher, and talk about what I'm doing while I do it. So you have an idea about, I guess, how I write code and how computer programming works. So we're gonna try this one out. I've never seen this problem before. I'm just seeing it for the first time here. Looks like string to integer, a to y. It's converting a string to an integer. We're going to implement this function, familiar to me. Converts a string to a 32-bit signed integer. Yeah, okay. First, we read in and ignore any leading white space. Okay, sure. So we're looking for check if the next character is minus or plus. You mean the first character after the white space. Read this character in. If it is either, this determines blah, 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 whether it's positive or negative. We're going to read in some more characters till we get a non-digit or the end of the input. And then ignore everything after that, okay. So that's good to know. Then we're going to convert it into an integer. Convert these digits into an integer. If no digits were read, then the integer is 0. Interesting. Change the sign as necessary from step 2. If the integer is out of the 32-bit signed integer range, clamp it into that space. Return it. Okie dokie. So we're just I'm going to write some pseudocode here first of all. Basically, it's like we're going to have a state variable. States are start, reading plus, is the plus or minus going to be there for sure? It might or might not be. Then we have reading digits. Done. And so we would say, like, for a while the character is in the string, we would be like switch state, and we'd be like if. So what would be the conditions here? Case start. In this case, so start means we just started reading, and in this case we have either a couple things could happen. We could get the plus, we could get the minus, we could get a digit, or we could get to the end. Okay. Then if it's digit, we go to that state. Do we even need a plus for reading plus? Guess not. We'll just have like reading digits or plus. Let me think for a second. So what we want to do here is we want to make it so that once we're in the reading digits state, plus is no longer allowed. So if you're in the start state, a plus is allowed and digits are allowed, but then you go to the reading digits state, so really don't need a state for plus and minus. That's a transition. So if we're in the start case, plus or minus digit put us in the reading digits state. Reading digits. If we're in reading digits, then we could be reading them somewhere. We're going to have like digits equals something, like, an array of digits, or we can make it a string because this is actually JavaScript, so it should be easy. Or and then another okay, in reading digits, our input could be a digit or not a digit. If it's a digit, we just read. If it's not a digit, we go to done state. Case done. Keep going, or I guess break. Break out. No, actually, we're going to double break because we're in a loop. Whatever, I don't care. We can go to the end or double break. Double break is fine. Double break means we're going to break out of the loop. When I say that, what I mean is we're going to break out of the while loop. We're going to break out of the switch and then the while loop also. Okay, this is all pseudocode, like I said. This is just gobbledygook from my brain. That is going to get turned into code gradually. Then at the end, we just turn... Oh, then we got a clamp, right? At the end. And then return the integer as the final result. Oh, we gotta change the sign. Yeah, so we would be like, okay, so we'd have like const start equals 0, const reading digits equals 1, const done equals 2. Those are the states. Let s equals start. Okay, that's the state. Gradually turning this into real code. Digits equals this. That's where we're going to store the digits. Is positive is, I don't know. We'll just say we're going to assume it's positive unless we find otherwise, right? So we'll say is positive is true. Then the last thing we'll be doing here, do we have any more state I need to keep an eye on while I'm looping through the letters in this string? I'm going to change this to input string. Let's make that nicely named, input string. And then we'll make this start. What a nice name. Digit accumulator. I'm going to call that is positive. Okay, and then what can we do to sort of, do we need to store any other date or state? We've got the positive and minus. We're going to read the digits. I think that's it. So then we'll have this. Well, I guess we could use a for loop. So, I mean, I could turn the string into an array. I don't know. I think there's a way to do that. I is less than or less than input string dot length I plus plus. Okay. Let's see. Let next char equal input string I dot char at I. Okay. We've got our next char. Then we just do this switch statement here that I already sort of wrote out. Switching on state. Case start. Now we have to be able to say is digit if is digit next char. Actually, what I'm going to say is if is sign next char I would say is positive equals next char equals plus. Sure, why not? And then state equals reading digits. Else if is digit next char. Now, if it's a digit, we need to store it, so we'll just put it into our digit accumulator plus equals the next char. So digit accumulator is actually just building up a different string that is going to contain, like, might as well take out this comment here. It's building up a different string that's contain the actual stuff that gets turned into the number. Break out of our case in the switch statement. We treated all the cases we needed to treat. Oh, we need an else, actually. There is no else, because if it's neither one of those things, we just stay in the same state. Doesn't matter. Next thing we have case reading digits. Oh, yes. Blah, blah, blah. I forgot one thing. I'm going to change the state to reading digits regardless. Oh, it looks like I did something super weird here. Okay, that's why that was doing that. Okay, case. Oh, still weird. What happened here? I'm missing I'm missing this. Okay, now it's all working. We have case reading digits in. If I'm reading a digit, if is digit next char. We of course say digit accumulator plus equals next char. Otherwise, we're done. So state equals done. We don't even really need this done state, but it'd be nice to have it, because then that'll tell us to break out of the while loop, right? And then I don't even actually need a case for done, because what I'm going to do down here is if state equals done, just quit, break out of the while loop also. So now let n equals the real number. Wait, okay, sorry. Let's try to make this a little more readable. Let the real number equal to real number, whatever. Look, you know what I mean. Number, first I can do this. Digit accumulator. If not is positive, real number. I'm not going to optimize it. You can do that. I could have put it like a little question mark guy in there. Ternary operator, zippity zop. Okay. Then there's one more thing to do, which is clamp. Return clamp the real number. So I have three little functions I got to define up here, which I haven't done yet. Okay. One is function clamp number. And I think we have JavaScript this where it's like we have these exponentiation operator in JavaScript these days, right? So if num is greater than 2 to the 31, I think we can do that. Return 2 to the 31. Make that nice and readable. I think that's readable. Maybe other people hate that. If num is less than greater than, wait, it's greater than 2 to the 31 minus 1. I always forget this minus 1. Which one is which? Less than, okay, here we go. Less than minus 2 to the 31. Return minus 2 to the 31. Very nice. I think does it want me to do this? I think it does. It's okay, I can do that. Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Actually, does that make sense? It's weird. I feel like the order of operation / precedence for the exponentiation should be before minus, right? Wouldn't that be more like what it is in math? Kind of weird, right? Or I'm really looking at my syntax coloring to give me, and it's like, you know, maybe the syntax coloring is wrong. Anyway, that's a function I just wrote. Hooray. Is sign char. Just return char equals minus or char equals plus. Good enough. Is digit char. I think it's something like return char.match this O.9. Pretty sure you can do that, right? Might have to do. Did I call it as digit? What is it? Oh, because I'm not doing the word function like a normal person would do. Function. Okay. Okay. I've written some code. I have a clamp function to clamp for the output. Return the integer files out, which I clamped as per these instructions here. Zippity zop. I'm converting the digits into an integer. Dorp, dorp, dorp. If no digits were read, then the integer is a 0. Oh, I should actually, have that be happening, right? So I can do that by actually putting 0 as the first thing in the digit accumulator. So if I stick other digits on there, it'll work out to be the same when I convert it to a number. 0 and then some digits turns into a number. Right, I ought to. So, like, let's just make sure that edge case is covered. The edge case where somebody puts in no digits. The rest of the string after the first non-digit is ignored. Oh, we have a little... Wait, no, do we have a problem? It's reading the digit. The next character is not a digit. We say state is done. We break again. We ignore the rest. I think it's working. I think we'd do that. It could be that the state after this loop is over could still be the start state, but we don't care because we put digits in the digit accumulator. Not is negative. Yes. Okay. Sure. Got it. State, not start. That would be a bit weird. I think this needs to be some lets up in here, right? Let's put those to lets. Okay. Yeah, all these are const. Those don't have to be const, or shouldn't be const, in fact. And then I don't know. I mean, it's a way to do it. Not necessarily the only way to do it. Make sure my functions are actually returning something. Oh no, this is a problem. Return num. Okay, that was an issue. Needed to return the number. In case these things don't hold true, check if the next character is plus or minus. Zippity zop. Read in and ignore any leading white space. Did that already. I'm already doing that. That's taken care of in the start space. Reading in white space means start, right? Okay. Oh, it doesn't say what to do if there's some non-digit character before you get to the plus. She doesn't say what to do. Like if the string that you pass in is like space high plus 12. Like what am I supposed to do in that case? It says to read in white space, check if the next character is minus or plus. Read this character in if it is either. Read in the next characters until the next non-digit. Oh, okay. This should be returning 0, friends. So what I think this means is I need a function is white space. Char return char.match. I think it's \s maybe. And so I would say else if not is white space next char, we would say state equals done. We are done reading, and we didn't read anything, and this will already have a 0 in it, because we didn't read in anything. Only one. Only there's another edge case. You know what the other edge case is? The other edge case is this. Right? Input is a bunch of spaces. Then I get the plus. Then I get something that's not a digit. Let's say what happens if I throw that in there? Then I would read to the start space. I get to the is sign. Change the case to reading digits. Next time I loop around, it's not a digit. State done. I think I get the right answer anyway. I think it's fine. Dorpity dorp, read until the zip it up. I think we're okay. Well, we might be okay. Only the space characters are considered a white space character. Okay. Okay, you're going to be that way. Do not ignore any characters other than the leading white space or the rest of the string after the digits. That's what I already thought of. This is an input example, minus 42. Leading white space is red and ignore. Yeah, I got that already. That should be blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Let's try running it with these test examples. Okay, accepted. Let's try submitting it. Fingers crossed. Got it. Woo. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching me do that. Hope that was interesting in some way. Okay, bye.